coming today. I'm Sheriff John Rutherford of Duval County, and I'm joined here today by my co-chairman of the Regional Domestic Security Task Force, Special Agent Steve Donaway. Thank you, Steve, for hosting us over here. And I also want to acknowledge the other sheriffs from throughout the region and their staff members who took time out of their very busy schedules to be here today. We have first Sheriff Sadie Darnell from Alachua County, and Sadie is also my co-chair on the Regional Domestic Security Task Force law enforcement side. She is the chairman of the subcommittee now. Also, we have Sheriff Bill Leeper from Nassau and Sheriff Gordon Smith from Bradford County. We have several of our JSO folks there all around here, and also Detective Jeff Dees back here from Clay County, and Commander Jack Bissling from Flagler County. So thank you for coming up, Jack. Sure. And also we have Special Agent in Charge for the FBI, Tony Kravitz, is here with us. Tony, thank you for coming over. As you know, our RDSTF is a 13 county region, and we are very thankful to have all of this representation from throughout the region. So with that, Steve, I'll toss it to you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Just to follow up on what the sheriff said about it being a regional effort, I was thinking about this, and I want you to know that law enforcement takes terrorist threats seriously. We really do. We're not just, we're trying to build a strategy, a layered strategy to prevent, and if God forbid it happens, to solve or resolve a terrorist incident. And this is just one layer of that strategy. And I want you to know that our vigilance in this area will continue. We're here to announce the iWatch program, and I want you to know that the other layers, we do work together. We work together in investigations. We work with the JTTF, with FBI. All these agencies cooperate together in investigations. Through our RDSTF, we've built out capabilities to prevent and respond to a terrorist event. We keep a real close watch on our critical infrastructure and key resources. This is, again, layers of security that we're doing. Daily, we review our police reports. We look for any indicators or warnings of terrorism. We actually are doing that. We've trained hundreds of intelligence liaison officers, which, again, these are private and public sector people who are in positions in these critical infrastructure positions that are helping us to keep an eye out. Now today we're here to ask the citizens to become part of the team and really become the eyes and ears of law enforcement in their employment and in their homes and neighborhoods. And that's why we're here, and it's a big part. If you see something that is suspicious, please use this as one of the ways to contact us, get the information to us, and maybe put a piece of the puzzle that we need. Thank you.
I should tell you that with a grant administered by the state, we set out to look at public education programs that would help citizens learn about these suspicious behaviors that we want them to know about and get them to report to us. Exactly what are those things? And we found iWatch, and with a dedicated team on the project, I think we've created a really great initiative here that we're now going to show you. And I have Mark Britnell here from FDLE is going to run the slide for you. We found iWatch, and again, it is, now this is iWatch Jacksonville, but iWatch is really 13 different individual websites, one for each county in the region. So you can log on to iWatch Jax, which we have up here, or you can log on to iWatch Levy County, iWatch Alachua, iWatch Bradford. You can log on to any of them. And no matter which one you log on to, if they provide us with information, the key is it all goes to one place. Then it goes out to the law enforcement agency, the sheriff's office of the county from which that information came. And the reason for that is you really need this kind of coordination of initiative. So first, what to report? We want people to get comfortable with letting us know about certain activities that in an earlier time we really just wouldn't have thought twice about. Someone asking questions about building security, for example. People might not feel comfortable stopping an officer and telling him or her about that, but we think they may be more comfortable pulling out their phone and taking a picture and uploading it to us, or reporting from a computer as opposed to talking face-to-face with an officer. Or they can call a toll-free number. And so we're going to give them an idea on what to report. And then why report? There are places that, due to the nature of their business, might be a target for terrorist activity. We want people to become familiar with those places, and as a good example of public education provided by the federal government, you can now see these actions or behavior we're interested in knowing about. And I'll give you just one example here. We'll look at bulk fuel. It's also, and I want to stress this, it's also important that we remember that just because someone's speech, actions, beliefs, appearances, or way of life may be different, it does not mean that he or she is suspicious. We're looking at activity, not people. Now, we'd like to show you two brief educational videos, public service announcements that we hope the media outlets, schools, churches, hospitals, businesses, and etc. will all show them in their waiting rooms. Post them for your employees on your websites. Post on public websites. All the materials on these sites are downloadable. We want to get as much information as we can into the citizens' hands about iWatch. Now, lastly, the tip sheet. Well, let's go through that.
What is iWatch? Words, behavior. Or activity that relates to terrorism. Terrorism is an crime. It is our shared responsibility to keep America safe. That's why iWatch. It's like a neighborhood watch for the whole city. If you see, hear, or smell something suspicious, report it.
Reporting is easy. Use the web or the phone.
Let law enforcement determine if it's a threat. The experts decide.
I watch my street.
I watch my city.
I watch my school.
I watch because I have a family.
I watch because I have a sister.
I watch because I have grandchildren.
I watch because I care.
A simple observation
A simple report.
can lead to actions that can stop a terrorist attack.
Think about that.
Think about the power of that.
Think about the power of iWatch.
I watch.
I report. I keep us safe. My name is Willie Hall.
My name is Meredith. My name is Shirley.
My name is Carlos, and I watch.
All right. That one.
If you see something, say something.
When police respond to a neighbor's call about the smell of gas coming from another apartment, they find evidence with possible links to terrorism. When a disturbing bomb-making note is found, a store owner wanted by the FBI is arrested. And when the quiet of a peaceful neighborhood is disturbed, a woman's emergency call connects a crime to a terrorism investigation. If you see something, say something.
Report suspicious activity to iWatchJax.com.
All right, that gives you just an idea of what some of the things that will be available for PSAs and other public outreach. Now, lastly, let me go to the tip sheet. Mark's going to fill in the blanks as I kind of navigate through this. Listen, this is not like First Coast Crime Stoppers, where people help us solve crimes by reporting information anonymously. In those crimes, we already have evidence that we can many times go out and peruse to solve that case. This is different. iWatch is about getting data points and information about activities and behaviors that may well turn out to be nothing, but on the other hand, could be invaluable to us and help us develop intelligence about a planned terrorist activity. We require a name and address because we need to be able to follow back up with the folks that have witnessed this suspicious behavior because there may be other things that they've left out that they don't think are important, but we certainly might. Now, all of this information, as I mentioned, will go to our Fusion Center in Northeast Florida that works closely with other intelligence gathering agencies. Their role is to immediately share the tip with local law enforcement and provide any analytical support to that law enforcement agency that they may need. And as always, we will call upon our first responders in the appropriate county to take the necessary law enforcement action. Again, I want to thank the media for coming out today. Thank you guys for helping us get this out. This is very important, I think, to keeping Jacksonville and our other 12 counties safe. I want to thank the partners of our Regional Domestic Security Task Force. And I'm going to throw it open, but I want to make this point first before I throw it open to questions. Look, I don't want the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office, the Bradford County Sheriff's Office, or Nassau County Sheriff's Office. We don't want to be the best first responder to a CBRN event, a chemical, nuclear, biological, or radiological event. We don't want to be the best first responder. We want to prevent that before it occurs. And that is what iWatch is about. It's about stopping a terrorist activity before it occurs, not responding after it occurs. We're prepared for that too. But the mission here, the goal, is preventing these events before they occur. And the key is intelligence gathering. So I want to thank you for that. I'm going to throw it open for questions. Anybody that would like to ask some questions?
Sheriff.
Yep. Dana?
What am I worried about opening this up to, people reporting out of prejudice or just reporting, I don't like my neighbor, what you mentioned. I mean, how do you sift through that?
The same way we get through it now. I mean, we run into those incidents all the time, where people are calling and reporting that their neighbor is committing crimes that they're not. We know how to sift through that. And we're required to sift through that. I mean, we have to, because you never know until you get out there and investigate.
Is that a concern? I mean, because you're kind of reporting on your neighbors and that.
Well, it's always a concern that someone may be trying to set up a neighbor, whether it's reporting a crime or just, in this case, reporting suspicious activity.
I know we've asked people since 9/11 to do exactly this, and you've put this word out before. Has that ever resulted in anything?
Yes, we've had some, not sure how many of those I can talk about, but we've had some interesting situations in Jacksonville. People taking photographs of the Main Street Bridge. That was one of our off-duty police officers who happened to see that, and we followed up on that. Folks who tip us about different things. So the real key to iWatch is in this. Now we could all do this separately. In fact, we do currently get tips separately. But the key to iWatch is it brings tips from desperate areas and brings it into one bucket, where our people at that Fusion Center are able to actually do the analytics on that data and turn it into intelligence. Because in the past, where something may have been reported to Alachua County, and then something was reported to Bradford County, but they didn't know that the Alachua information even existed. And so alone, the information that they got in Bradford didn't mean anything to them. But when you add in the Alachua information, and you find out that Nassau has this piece of information, then it all starts to come together and it begins to look like something. And that's what our analytics is all about. is taking information from 13 different counties, looking at that and saying, you know, is there something going on here? And sending that information out to all 13 county sheriff's offices so that they're aware and they can be looking into those things as well.
So it goes to the task force, per se, and then they send it out, but is there one person that it goes to, or?
Well, it goes into that one database. We have several people that work at the Fusion Center, and people from different agencies that are working in the Fusion Center.
Which is where?
I can't tell you that, but it is processed there. But before it's processed, the raw tip is sent to the county where it originated. But we're doing the analytics in the Fusion Center, and then sending that out if they need that as well.